Welcome to another episode of Keto Chronicles, where I'm chronicling my keto journey. If you're new here, this is Bonnie on Keto. If you're already an existing subscriber, hey. So I did put that video out a few weeks ago in December saying that I'm going to be doing more videos soon. And here's soon. The reason why it took a little bit longer than expected is because I really wasn't into the whole getting back into the program thing. And I just don't like doing videos whenever I'm not on keto. And trust me, it was pretty bad. I can't remember my last weigh-in that I did. It was a few months ago, and it might have been in the 170s or something. Okay, well, that's out the window. I gained, I don't know how many pounds, but when I weighed myself a few days ago, it was 200 point something. I think it was 2.7. It might have been 2.9, but we're just going to say 200.5. Okay, we're just going to say that. I know it was higher than that, but I can't remember if it was 7 or 9. Point is, I fell off the bandwagon pretty bad. But did I jump back on the bandwagon? Yes, I did. I wanted to make sure that when I started my videos again, that I was in the mentality where I was going to keep doing it rather than just doing a video saying, hey, I'm coming back. And then like 2 days later, order a pizza or something. So how have I been doing? Yes, it's day 3, but my mentality is there. So I know I'm going to stick to it. Plus, not to mention, I'm going to be going on a cruise in a few weeks, and I will be putting that on here. And I'm going to make it, I think, a keto cruise where I can show you what to eat while on a cruise. I don't know, but I'm definitely going to put out those videos. So stay tuned for that. So how much do I weigh? Well, like I said, I'm just going to say it's 200.5. That was 2 days ago. And yesterday I weighed myself and I was 197.5, I think. I don't know. I'm going to have it up here. And then today I weighed myself and it was 195 something. I don't know, up here. Either way, I've lost 5 pounds already in 2 days. What have I been eating? I'll get into that in a second. But let me just tell you, a couple of months ago, I started noticing, and this was while I was not on keto. Okay, my cat's going to come around. Hey, Lily. A couple of months ago, I started noticing that I was having like hair loss. Okay, so I know people that are on keto sometimes, if they're not eating enough protein, they start to lose their hair. Some people do. I have been using this. I've been doing that. And like I can't really show you. I can't see where yeah, you see that? Look at that growth. I know, amazing. I'll put a link in the description below. I did buy it on Amazon. So just letting you know that. Okay, so on to what I ate. Now, it's funny that a few days ago is when I decided to start because I went over to the parents' house to play cards and they were going to order Burger King. And I was just like, here we go again. My first day, and it's already a mess and it's testing myself. But for some reason, I had the willpower. Now, mind you, also, that was free food. They were going to pay for it, right? I ended up spending $25 of my own money to get a Freebirds burrito that has like the low carb wraps and the cauliflower rice and stuff. Which, by the way, I did a video on that, and I'll post the thumbnail of it here, so you can take a look at my honest review because that was my first time ever eating it. Anyway, point is, I spent my own money on that, and my willpower held out for my first day. That's when I knew things were going to be happening, right? That's all I ate for most of the day. My snacking has become a little bit of an issue. Now, I will also say a lot of the stuff that we eat that says keto or that you think is keto, it's not actually keto. They're low carb. So have I been doing complete keto? No, I'm still trying to stay within the parameters. And I just haven't been paying attention to ingredients, which I know we all know is called dirty keto. But for some reason, I always have to start off doing dirty keto rather than strict keto. That's just the starting process that I always have to do. Point is, I have almonds that I've been eating. Now, I will, once again, Blue Diamond almonds. Here is, let me see. It says maltodextrin. You might as well put a teaspoon of sugar in your mouth because maltodextrin is double what sugar is on the glycemic index, and it's very bad. The whole reason why I'm getting into this, it's low carb rather than keto, is because the whole point of keto is to stay in ketosis, okay? And when you have any sort of ingredient that spikes your blood sugar, that will more than likely kick you out of ketosis. Then what is the point if you're going to constantly eat this stuff? You're chasing the ketosis train, and you're just not in ketosis. Will you lose weight? Yes. But technically, is it keto? No. But saying that, have I been doing keto? No, I've been doing keto for now. Anyway, so I've been having these, just a small handful, barely even that, probably about 10 almonds, just because I'm so scared of the maltodextrin in there. The next day, I ended up making a salad, and that's just with the lettuce, some shredded cheese, deli meat that you get from the counter shaved. And for the dressing, I have Thousand Island dressing, which, by the way, I do have a really good recipe for Thousand Island dressing I adore, which is completely keto, if you wanted to check that out. And for dinner, and by dinner, what I mean is I eat that around 2:33 p.m. Because I still do the intermittent fasting where I have a window where I eat. And it's generally from anywhere from 8:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. And believe it or not, I eat that salad at 8:30 in the morning. I'm not too much of a breakfast person, so just note on that. And so I have a sandwich and a half with chips. Now I will. Okay, now the chips. I know we'll get into that in a second. On the bread, once again, this is not keto. It's low carb. On the sandwiches, I have been using Sola bread, which it says it's keto friendly. No, it's not, because there's wheat in there. Anytime you see keto friendly or keto approved, 99% of the time it's not. So I had a sandwich and a half, and then onto the chips. So let me just tell you, I used to eat these Quest chips. You know, they have the taco flavor. The ones that I like are these, whatever the hot flavor is on this. But the problem with those is the texture. They are not like chips. And I found these, and I mentioned them before, these wild protein chips. Okay, because they're made of chicken. Okay, let me just tell you, and I know I've said this before, that will freak a lot of people out. And it did me too, until I was like, okay, I'm just going to try it. Let me tell you, these are like slightly below kettle cooked chips. They're harder than Lay's, but they're the thinness of Lay's, and they are so good. Now, mind you, they're $5.50 for a bag, and I've only found them at my HEB, which is in Texas. So I don't know where you would find them in your state or wherever you are, but they are fantastic. I will say, though, that it does have a few ingredients that are not keto. There's the tapioca starch, which will spike your blood sugar. There's the sunflower oil, as well as our friendly maltodextrin, which is double what sugar is on the glycemic index. Now, mind you, the maltodextrin is at the very bottom of the label. So because of that, there's not a whole lot in there. So really, technically, the only two things are the sunflower oil, which I don't know how bad that is. I think it's mainly the omega-6 to omega-3 ratio, which might in turn make you feel a little bit more tired. I don't think that's a factor in whether you're going to lose ketosis or not. But the tapioca starch is a definite big, let's try to avoid that as much as possible. But once again, I'm kind of on the keto train at the beginning. So I'm just eating these for the moment. But these aren't the real flavors that I like. They just came out with Nashville Hot, and I'm very excited about these. And matter of fact, I only put a small amount on there. I maybe have about 5 chips. Also, if you do have HEB, smoked jalapeno almonds, these things are so good. And they're like a mild jalapeno flavor, but there's a lot of it. So good. But once again, maltodextrin. And this has vegetable oil. You just can't avoid it. Like, really, to be honest, if you want to be keto 100% of it, you might as well just stick to not even eating what's inside of anything and just do the vegetables, the keto approved fruit, none of this bread substitution stuff, proteins, fruits, vegetables, and that's all you do, and cook them in either coconut oil, olive oil, or avocado oil. That's just how you would have to go about doing that. But I'm telling you, 95% of people, I'm just going to say 99% of people, they're not doing that. So am I going to fault anyone for eating these? No. If the whole point of you is to be losing weight and you're losing weight, that should be just fine. Long story short, I am back on the train. I'm probably going to start putting videos out Probably not daily, but probably every 2 days to maybe 3 days to keep me on task. And like I said, I'm going to do the cruise videos whenever I'm on board or possibly whenever I get off. So look forward to those. I'm so happy to be back. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and hitting that bell. I'll see you guys next time.